Welcome to eTeacher Plus for Pakistan. eTeacher Plus for Pakistan is a program that provides profession development opportunities to English language teachers as well as English language learners across the country. These programs are offered through virtual training programs, including global online courses, massive open online courses, webinar series, and a lot of alumni engagement activities. The program is funded by the Regional English Language Office at the US Embassy Islamabad, which is also known as RELO Pakistan, and it is implemented in Pakistan by Evolution. If you wish to gain more information about the program, please feel free to visit www.evolution.com.pk/eteacher. Today, we are taking an initiative to launch our eTeacher Pakistan webinar series. These short sessions will be 30 minutes webinars led by eTeacher alumni. The initiative is basically to provide a platform to eTeacher alumni to share their learning from the online courses with the wider audience in our teaching and learning community. Today's webinar is focused on effective online teaching tools for English language teachers. We are very much happy to have with us Yousuf Khan from cohort KPK. Yousuf has done his master's in English and holds a bachelor's degrees in education. He also possesses a postgraduate diploma in TEFL. He is an eTeacher alumnus who has completed an online course of 8 weeks on TESOL methodology from University of Maryland, USA. In addition to that, he has also attended a wide range of MOOCs, including critical thinking using education technology and content-based instructions. In addition to his association with the eTeacher program, Yousuf is also the alumnus of Teaching Excellence and Achievement program. This 6 weeks exchange program enabled Yousuf to attend an intensive profession development program at Virginia Tech University in the United States. He also presented on the use of peer model in classroom at English Language Expo 2019 held in Karachi. Before proceeding with learning management system, I think we as teachers need to understand that we are teaching digital natives. A good teacher is the one who understands the need of his or her students. And today our students need to be taught the way they want to learn. They are all digital natives. That means that they are born in the era of technology. So we have seen drastic interest, motivation, and encouragement in the students whenever there are integration of technology in our classrooms. So let's get started, and I welcome Yousuf to please take over and begin the webinar officially.
So what we are going to today, as ma'am told, we are going to learn about learner management systems. So these learner management systems, which we are going to talk about, there are two systems. First one is Google Classroom, and next one is vocabulary.com. Okay. What we are going to do, we are going to learn that how we are going to sign in Google Classroom, how we are going to create a Google Classroom, which is very important, how we are going to add topics and materials for the lessons, and how we are going to add students, which is very important because we need students. And we are going to see a preview that how a teacher LMS looks like, and how a student LMS view look like. So now we are going to go to another slide and see that what is this learning management system. It is just like an online classroom. A physical classroom, you enter in the class, but here you will be sitting in the home, just like I'm sitting on the floor. So you get the opportunity, you can grab a chair, you just go to a quiet place and sit down and just manage your class. So it is a sort of online classroom in simple words. And it will promote teacher student collaboration, and it will help you to give them questions, quizzes, videos, audios, text as you do in physical classrooms. It's very important because nowadays we have not in touch with the schools, and it would allow the teachers to create assignments and also grade them. So in a way, you are not away from school. You will get a virtual classroom as a substitute for your physical classroom. So let's get into it, and let's see that how we are going to enter in the classroom, and how we are going to create our class. So let's go into the interface. For entering into the interface of our LMS of Google Classroom, you need a web browser. So in my case, I am using google.com or Google Chrome, which you call it. So you can use any browser, whatever you like. It works on every browser. So you are going to type the address classroom.google.com. Very simple. Just click on it and it will take you to the interface. And then it will require a Gmail ID from you. So it's your email ID, whichever you're using, so you can take it and then click next. And you are going to enter into the LMS. So this is how the LMS of Google Classroom look like. But we are going to start from scratch. I'm not going to talk about the class which I am taking or which I am teaching. So we are going to start and we are going to click on this plus sign. So there are two options. First option is join a class. So suppose your teacher sends you an invite so you can join that class, or in our case, we are going to create a class. So just click on create class. It will ask you some terms and conditions. Just click on it and continue. Next step is that you are going to give the name to your class. For example, in our case, we are going to teach class 8 and our section is, for example, let's say our section is A and our subject is English. Room, it's optional because actually it is for physical classes as well. So, but as we are not going to take a physical class, so we will leave it blank. So now we are going to click on create. And our class is being created. Sometimes it takes a couple of seconds, or sometimes it takes 10 seconds, so no worries. So here we go. We got our class. So you can edit it, and things like that. First, we are going to go to tabs and see that what the tabs mean. The first tab we can see here is stream. Stream is sort of a bulletin board which we see in our schools, on which we see the assignment dates and we see the work which you are supposed to do, the task which is. So it is whatever our teacher gives you or whatever comments you enter in your class, so they will show in the stream. It is a sort of bulletin board for your class. The news, the comments, the tasks, everything will be available here and you will see it. And next portion is about classwork, which is an important portion because we are going to start with creating the class and then we are going to add materials and then we are going to add students. So we will click on create. So here we can see different options. First one is assignment. So if suppose if you want to give assignment to our students, so we will click on this portion. If you want to give them a quiz, a true false, or fill in the blanks and something like that, so we are going to click on this option. If you want to give them a question for which they are going to write an answer, so we will go to this tab. And this tab is for materials, which the students are going to study to prepare for their questions, for their quizzes, and for their assignments. For these three, you can give them time and dates that you are going to supposed to the students are supposed to do on the given dates times. And this material you just give them so they can study and prepare for these things. And this one is the important thing: topic. You are going to start with the topic and then you will add the materials. So for example, we are going to start, this is our first class, so we are going to start with lesson number 1. This is our lesson number 1. But before going into lesson, I want to show you one thing. Before starting your class, make the materials ready for your students. For example, here I have already made readable material for my students. I have loaded them on my desktop. So here you can see my classes. So my materials are ready. I'm going to teach grade 8. So for today we are going to practice lesson number 2. So my materials are ready here already. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give them tags. I'm going to give them reading comprehension questions. I'm going to give them true false questions, antonyms, grammar quiz. I'm going to show them a video about the lesson, and I'm going to give them an essay to write about, and also rubrics. So all these portions you are going to enter in your Google Classroom. So it will be very helpful for the students to get the materials just as they get the materials in their regular classroom. So we are going to talk about 8 cultural festivals. This is our first lesson. So let's go back and write the name of our lesson, that is 8 cultural festivals. Cultural festivals, and click on it. Your topic is getting created. So here we go. You got your first topic. Now is the turn to add materials in your topic. Click on create. You are going to start with materials, because unless and until students don't have the materials, they cannot do questions, they cannot do quizzes, they cannot do assignments. So first you are going to give them materials. So click on material tab and give the title. For example, you are going to give them text. So for that, there are two options. First option is that you can copy paste the text and put it there, or you can give them a file. So you can get the file from Google Drive, you can get the file from a link, and you can get the file from your computer inside, or you can give them a YouTube link. So it's up to you. Or you can create documents for them, slides for them, sheets for them, drawings and forms for them. It's up to you how you're going to give them materials. So in my case, I'm going to give them text in Google Doc shape. So let's go to our class and add the material and find the material where it is loaded. So here you can see the option recent, upload, my drive, share drive, stars. So opportunities are endless. You can go into it and you can find out. So I'm going to select my devices. I'm going to get it from my computer. So it is stored in my classes, in my desktop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go my desktop, my classes, and get the text that is in lesson number 2. And here we go. Now I'm going to upload the text. So you can see the text is uploaded for the students, which they can study, and you can give them the assignment that read the text. So you can see here it is posted in the 8 culture lesson. Next we are going to do a quiz assignment, a true false or multiple choice. So when you click on it, so what you can see, again, title, instruction if you want to give the instructions, and you will also get a blank quiz, that is Google form. So already made, and here you can see your class, your students, the points. For example, I'm going to give them 10 points for this activity. If you want to get it ungraded, so you can click on ungraded, because this will not be marked. Here you can add the date. What is the due date? So click on it. For example, I want to the students to get this activity done on 22nd of May, the 22nd of April, 22nd of October, September. It's up to you, whatever date you want to give them. So click on it. That is done. After that, this activity is related to lesson 8 culture festivals. So click on it and give the title. The title is true false. This is your title. Instructions can be solved on Google form. That's done. Now come to Google form. Now we are going to make a true false activity. So Earth is not round. True or false? So click here. If write first option true, and second option it's already giving you hint false in Google Classroom. So let's get back to our classroom now. We are done with it. You can see it that it is showing that all the changes are saved in Drive. So that's done. Let's get back to our quiz. What we are going to do now? We are going to assign. Click on assign, and here we go. We got our true false question, and this is the date on April 22nd. You are supposed to submit it. So in this way, you are going to add quizzes and materials, and we can see another portion that is called people, and this is the portion where we are going to add our students. And here you can see plus sign. Join the class. Click on it, and when you give the code here, so in this way you can join the class. It is giving me error. Why? Because I am already a teacher in this course. Okay, so we are done with Google Classroom. Now we are going to enter into another LMS. This LMS is basically focused on vocabulary, but it is very, you can say, useful and very interactive and motivating for the students. So what we are going to do, as we did in Google Classroom, first we are going to learn that how we are going to sign up, how we are going to create class, how we are going to add students, and how we can assign them work, which you are going to do, and also teacher view of LMS and student view of LMS. And there are some other fun activities which you like. We will go to them too. Let's see what is so vocabulary.com, just like Google Classroom, it is also a learner management system which focuses on vocabulary. Teachers can create a classroom, give the student assignments for vocabulary practice. Students can also work independently after creating an account. They can work on vocabulary and do different activities, which were when you are going to do in virtual tours, so you can see it. So it will help them to understand vocabulary. And if you are already using it, that is great. But if you're not using it, please go into it. It is very interactive and fun-loving type of vocabulary learning. So let's get into the interface and see that how does it look like. Okay, so when you enter into Google vocabulary.com, so what you will see this type of window which will show you that where if you have already account, you are going to sign in. If you don't have, you are going to click on account. Don't an account, sign up. It is free and it takes a few seconds, and they are right. So as I already have an account, so I'm going to get into it through Google ID. So I will click on it. I'm going to sign in through Google. This is the main window. So before going into the other details of this website, first I'm going to tell you that how you're going to create class, how you're going to invite the students, and then how you're going to assign them work, which is very important because the main purpose of this webinar is that let you know that how it works as an LMS. So first you are going to do, you are going to click on create new class. So you will get a window. First it's asking class name. So as in Google Classroom, we were teaching class 8. So again, we are going to do the same thing. Our class is 8. And we are going here start and end time of the class. So class started on 19th of April. So we are going to end it in June, let's say. We are going May. We are going to end it on 31st of May. So this class will last for 2 months. School, it's optional. If you want to write it, it's okay. If you don't, it's okay. Our grade is what? 8. Here we can add further to make it easier for the students. It is 8 English. That is done. If you want to give a description, you can say that this class is for creative writing. Or for vocabulary development. Okay, this is description. We have given details. Now we are going to create the class. Just click on this green tab, create class. And here we go. We got our class. So this is our first section. Now our step 2 is that we are going to invite our students. So there are two ways that it was in Google Classroom. Here we can add them through giving them writing their email address in this box, and the invite will go to the students and they can join the class. This is one way. And other way is that you can give this link to your students. You can WhatsApp them, you can SMS them, you can print it out for them, and you can give them, and they can join your class. So after that, when that is done, the next section is comes that you are going to assign them work. So click on assignment. Here we go. So again, there are two ways. First way is that this vocabulary.com database has a lot of material, very interactive material, which you can take, or you can create your own list. For example, we will try both bit quickly. So let's go and find a list to assign. When you click on it, so here you can see a huge database, architect, vocabulary, creativity. You can see the articles, or novels, or fiction related to Stress Awareness Month. You can see Siblings Day, National Siblings Day related material. So you can see opportunities are endless. So if you want to take a list, for example, you want to take immediate loss. So if you want to make the student it learn, so you can click on learn. If you want to assign them, you can click on assign. When you click on assign, this assignment will go to the students and they can work on it. Let's click on assign. For example, we are going to assign them this list. So here you can see, first of all, let's see the list. So after you click on assignment, so there are four type of activities. You want to make them practice this article or this novel or this fiction or this essay, so click on practice. If you want to make them do a quiz, so click on quiz. If you want to make them do a spelling bee activity, you can click on spelling bee. If you want to make them enter in a vocabulary jam, you can click on it. So let's say we want to give them an activity of practice. Okay, so for example, we are going to assign them list number one. I have two classes in this interface, so I'm not going to this one. My work is with this one, so I am going to click on 8 English. And when you click on it, you can see here save assignment. When you click on save assignment, so the assignment has been saved and student can work on it. You can see that this assignment is starting on 26th of April and it will end on 2nd of 5th month or 2nd of May. So in this way, your assignment will be saved. So let's see let's see the other way which I talked about, that if, for example, we want to create our own list. Here, this is built-in list, and you can see the assignments. Amelia Sloss assignment, the students are going to practice list number one. It is starting from today, and they are going to submit on Saturday 10 p.m. The second list starting again, and they are going to submit on 10 p.m. So this is the timing for the first list. So for example, in this activity, we want to give them activity of spelling bee. So click on it. This activity is related to class 8. So be careful. Click on the class to which you want to give the activity. Click on next step, and you can change the timing. For example, you have given them on 19, so you want to take them on 22nd. So in this way, you can change it. Assign spelling, and here we go. The students can see the assignment. So in this way, you can give the work to your students and they can learn. So this is all about the classroom, that how your classroom looks like when the students enter in when you give the material to students. So in this way, they can learn activities. Let's see that how vocabulary bee or other activities look like when the students go into it. This is the interface which looks like when a student is working. This is a student interface. For example, Mamatullah wants to see his assignments. So when he go into the assignments, so here he can see that he has been given 3 assignments. let's go and see that how spelling bee will look like to the student when he gets the activity. This is the interface of spelling bee. You can see it. For example, the students are going to write the spelling of understanding. Here we go. Spell it. Correct. So in this way, the students will do this activity and perfect their spellings. The most important, other important point is that here you can see the details of understanding the definitions, the explanation. Taking part in culture festival from around the world is a great way to increase your understanding. See, the word has been taken from the text which you are teaching. So let's get back to the teacher account, and let me show you a few features of this LMS. When you click on it, so you can see different type of portions, profile, classes, assignments. But this is the thing which I like. For example, you're a teacher, but you're also learning. You are not done with your teaching. So you can also play this. You can also learn. So for example, I am already playing in this activity. You can see my points. I have so far I have achieved 13,695 points by doing quizzes, activities, and things like that in this interface. It can show you that the words which you are learning. It can show you the trouble word. For example, when I click on trouble words, the words which are giving me trouble, which I'm not finding it easy to learn. So you can see. So you can practice these words. For example, when you click on lathe, so you can get details, and if you want to practice it, you can click here and you can practice this. So it is already beneficial for the student, but it is also beneficial for you. You can learn new words in a fun way. The most important thing about this vocabulary.com is that they can give you the definitions which are real life. You cannot forget. For example, let's see the definition of this word. Have you ever seen people who can bend so easily? They can touch their heels to the back of their heads. Those people are, in a word, lathe. So it can make you an image in your mind that what a lathe is. They just don't give you the definition, they give you the situation, and this way you can learn the word better. So this is all about vocabulary.com. I hope you will have questions. So Ma'am Sidra will give you the email addresses, so you can write the questions. If you need further details about Google Classroom, you will need further details about vocabulary.com, you can write to us and we will try to answer your questions. And we are also thinking about that we can give details lessons on these LMSs. So thank you so much. I'm handing you back to Ma'am Sidra.
Thank you so much, Yusuf. I think it was a very productive session with you where we explored Google Classrooms and vocabulary.com in details. I know there's a lot more to explore. Inshallah, we are going to have more and more webinars where you can talk about these portals in more details. We chose Google Classrooms and vocabulary.com because these are free of cost uh, learning management systems. So these can really help you with no cost to stay connected with your students while we are home. So again, I would like to, bring this webinar to a close out by saying that the way we teach and the way they learn is something that we need to ponder again and again. We may know that we master teaching, however, if it does not stay well integrated with the way students want to learn, it may not work very effectively. So for engaging our students, I think digital tools are a great opportunity for us to keep them motivated towards learning this subject area. In addition to that, all the programs that the eTeacher Plus for Pakistan offers, they are posted on Relo Pakistan and Evolution's Facebook page. So we would love to have you there. Keep following us and keep looking up for free of cost teaching and learning opportunities that are offered by accredited universities in the United States. In addition to that, I would like to introduce you to some of the massive open online courses, MOOCs, that are ongoing right now that you can attend free of cost. So right now we have Using Education Technology in the English Language Classroom going on. The course has been extended until July 27th, and it is offered by Iowa State University in the United States. In addition to this, we also have English for Media Literacy MOOC going on, which has also been extended till July 27th, 2020. So if you wish to integrate or learn about English for specific purposes, I think this is going to be a great MOOC for you to attend. I'm going to bring this webinar to an end. It was really nice interacting with Yousuf. Thank you so much, Yousuf, for joining us. If you have comments, if you have questions
Welcome,
or suggestions for us, please feel free to write us on eteacher@evolution.com.pk, and happy teaching and happy learning.